Hey lovely, it's Brooke here. I haven't checked in with you for a little while, but I wanted to touch base because we've had a lot going on this year, right? It's all thrown us for a loop. It's been a lot of change. Whether we've wanted to or not, we've needed to adapt. And what's been really interesting is I've spoken to some people who are very much, it's been nice to have the breathing space, but it's been super stressful for X, Y, and Z. And obviously a lot of other people, and I'm sure the majority, who have just really felt like they've missed out on being able to do what they love the most. Like, at the end of the day, with us all being creatives, hey lovely, I can see you hopping on, that's awesome. How are you doing? With everything that's been going on this year, the majority of people are finding like the challenge in us as creatives, like we feel like we're born to create something and be around people and create transformation. That's what lights us up. And I wanted to really have a conversation around, what this looks like right now, because as we know, like we've undergone loads of restriction. We don't know where we stand right now, other than the fact that obviously we're having to work on a smaller scale with PPE and all of these things. And I kind of wanted to check in with you guys because I know that it's a massive adjustment period, but also I recognise that there's this real problem in our industry right now around feeling like you have to accept the fact that work's going to be challenging, or like, I'm not saying it's without challenge, but ultimately, the problem that I'm seeing is, the fear of restriction, the reality of restriction, having to adapt to how we work and how we manage our clients and how we deal with bookings and actually, things really happening in the world. Because if people aren't doing things and going places and celebrating, it can absolutely and will absolutely have an effect on our businesses. And so this is like a super relevant conversation, right? Because at the end of the day, and I really want to bring this back to you, not just your business, because every time I connect with a gorgeous hairstylist or makeup artist or someone that does both, when we have a conversation around, why do you do what you do? Why are you in the world of beauty? Why do you work with your clients? Why do you do hair and makeup? It's a real common theme, and it's totally understandable because I can relate myself as a makeup artist that we love to create transformation for people. We love to make a difference. We love to make someone feel really good about themselves. But in addition to that, the other part of you that I really want to acknowledge is the part of you that decided to work for yourself and not do that for someone else or work for a business or a brand, is because you want freedom. You want to be able to not have a boss. You want to be able to make the decisions in your business. You want to be able to do what you want when you want, work with the clients that you want to work, charge what you want to charge, go to the places that you want to go, get the opportunities that you want to get without any restriction from other people, from bosses, from rules, from all of those things. Because let's face it, when you're in your business, you get to decide. But the challenge that I'm seeing over and over again with that is that, and especially now more than ever with the restrictions that we've had in place, is actually not feeling like you've got control or success in your business. So in terms of how that looks, like, let's really dive into it. Like, the reality is not feeling like you have the control of what's going on with the economy, with the industry, what's going on, with how you can manage your clients and all of these rules that have been put in place, varying depending on where you are in the country or in the world. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have to limit you as much as you think. And the challenge that I'm seeing with that lack of control is naturally a lack of freedom. And the lack of freedom is essentially like where you come into it, because this isn't just about your business. You are your business. You get to run it, decide, all of those things. So it really comes down to you. So with that said, I want to really acknowledge the reality right now that there are so many, and I'm sure you might be able to relate to this, so many creatives, hairstylists and makeup artists in the world that are feeling like they aren't leading a freedom-filled life. Like, are you experiencing, and I really want to pose this question to you, Do you feel like you're living a life of freedom right now? Because when we strip all of this back, it's not just about COVID. Because essentially we are, in the majority of spaces, still able to go out and work with clients, still able to go and work with them one-on-one, still able to go and do, you know, certain things and say, well, where I am, we can do everything as long as we're PPE'd up. So at the end of the day, I want to really shed some light on the fact that you deserve to feel that sense of freedom, because it's why you created your business in the first place. You know, you knew that you wanted to be able to spend time with your family when you want to, and work with, you know, only work with clients that truly light you up, because you're established enough in what you do as a professional to have enough clients coming to you where you get to pick the ones that you want to work with, the ones that, you know, want the kind of looks that you enjoy creating the most, so that you're not forced to do work that you don't really want to do just to pay the bills, and going and doing things that don't excite you or don't fulfill you creatively. And also, let's face it, like, earn you the money that you know you are worthy of. Because when we shed some light on the amount of hours and years and investments and products you've put into developing your skills and having your business and being able to function in the way that you do, it really stacks up. So I want you to recognise that you should have the freedom to be able to run your business in a way that feels joyful and freeing and exciting, where you get to do the things that you want to do, and you get to go on the photo shoots and work with the clients and, you know, collaborate with some really amazing people, whether that be clients or other industry professionals. Because let's face it, it feeds our soul. It's why we do it. And it means, you know, when you are living that reality, you're bringing home money that supports your family, that supports the lifestyle that you want, that takes the pressure off, because that's super, super important. And essentially allows you to feel like you're living a life that is congruent with your dream, with all of the things that you want, both personally and professionally, because it means you get to spend time with your kids or your partner or your family and not feel like you're compromising on your social life, because you get to hang out with your friends. But here's the one thing I know to be true. It's not about COVID. It's genuinely not. Because I am seeing now more than ever, my clients this year are getting more phenomenal results than ever before. And I mean that sincerely. Sometimes, in fact, always, and I correct myself there, it's always a matter of your ability to shift your mindset and get resourceful and get creative and be adaptable and really focus on how you can achieve your goals and work around any kind of restriction or rule that you're needing to follow, because there is always a way. It sometimes just takes a level of support and clarity in order to get there. Clarity really being the operative here. Clarity is so important, but you know, with those challenges, with the mindset around like not feeling like you get to do what you want to do, or you don't feel like you're living a freedom-filled life and running your business in a way that feels joyful right now and feels expansive and allows you to do all the things that you want to do and bring home a great living in order for you to have a great lifestyle, because that's also what it's about. Yes, it's about making people feel good, but it's also about you creating a business that gives you the freedom and the joy that you want to experience and deserve to experience in your life. But the problem that I see over and over again with my clients when they come in, with anyone that I work with, is, excuse me, that whilst they are great at what they do, they're really great hairstylists and makeup artists, and they deserve the outcomes that they want, just in the same way you do. The biggest challenge is that no one has ever shown them how to run a successful business. Because the reality is, you can be the best hairstylist and makeup artist in the world, but if no one has ever shown you how to turn that skill set into money, how to earn a great living doing what you love to do and being great at it, you don't have a business. And believe me, I so come from experience on this, because the reason I mentor and the reason my clients get phenomenal results is because I went through that process myself and I had to learn how to do it myself, and now I pass that knowledge on. But I also really want to empathise with where you're at, because of course you're not making tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of pounds in your business this year, because no one's ever shown you how to do it. But I also feel like I have a responsibility to point out to you that it is possible for you, because there are other people doing it. There's no difference between them and you. If you're great at what you do and you know that you need some help on the business front, then I absolutely encourage you to reach out. Like, it's what this space is for. If you haven't had the opportunity already, I'd love to invite you to have a breakthrough call with me, which is just a free session where you and I get on a call for 45 minutes. It will be the best time you spent in your business to date, but we actually focus with no agenda, just to get help. I just want to help you get that clarity of, what's been working in your business, great, but also what's not been working for you, and how, what it's going to take for you to really overcome that challenge so that you can get the outcomes that you want. So we can have a chat about where you really want to go, because something I know to be absolutely true is that we're only just hitting the last quarter of the year, and now we are out of lockdown. You do have the ability, even in lockdown, but essentially now is the best time for you to be able to fix this and still be able to legit meet your 2020 goals in the last quarter. You've got 3 months to do it. It's totally possible for you, and I'm helping other people doing it right now. I'm doing it for myself too. I've earned more money during COVID than I have in my business to date. So, this year so far is my most successful financial year. There's no coincidence in that. It's just about, really focusing on where the potential is, where the opportunity is. And if that's something that you don't have clarity on yet, I'm totally here to help you. It's why, like I said, it's why I created this space. So know that you can reach out and ask for help anytime. I will put a link to have a breakthrough call for you to book your own in the comments. Like I said, it's 45 minutes, totally free. We'll just help you figure this out. But ultimately, like I said to you, I just want to shed light on the fact that it is possible for you. There are other people doing it. There's no difference between them and you, other than the fact that they've figured out and they've got the support and they've learned how to do it. So if you need that nudge of encouragement, here it is. If you need that level of support, here it is. But just get connected more than ever to knowing that you can have the business that you want. You can still meet your goals. This year doesn't need to be a write-off for you. If it's been shit, it doesn't need to remain shit until you hit 2021 and reset yourself. You get to do that now. Because the reality is, every day, every week, every month that you're not doing this, you're leaving clients out there that are ready and waiting for you. You're leaving money on the table, and you're lacking the freedom that you really deserve to live right now, and your family deserve as well. Because let's face it, you being successful in your business or not doesn't just affect you. It affects the people around you, the people that you want to impact, the people that you love. So do it for yourself, but also do it for them. Like I said, I will share a link for you to book a breakthrough call in the comments if you haven't had one already, or if you want to send me a DM, that's cool too. And I'm wishing you the absolute best. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you soon. Lots of love, guys. Take care.